Hold on to your hats. The first two games today have been one-point thrillers. This may well be no exception. Jamaica in possession. Remember, New Zealand so far unbeaten. Jamaica just the one loss. That was to Australia yesterday, and they were well beaten too. They were the favourites pre-tournament, Jamaica. And I certainly wouldn't write them off. Faulkner. God, Mez knew that she was running out of places to land. Jamaica and back in possession.
Good defensive effort there from Sterling. She just contested the ball without getting in the way and bringing in the umpire, and a terrific finish to Aiken.
Good start, Jamaica. The Deakin power play is being taken by New Zealand in the third quarter, Jamaica in the fourth. So that's going to make for a thrilling end. Mez gets New Zealand on the board. She's been good here in Melbourne, Bailey Mez. She's been the most successful power point player, if you like. 30 points she scored from the power plays.
It's extraordinary, isn't it, with the power plays? Some players, you see them go into their shell because there's so much pressure. She's completely different. Wants the ball, wants to shoot it.
And these Kiwis, Monica Faulkner, one of them, they've got plenty to play here. Noeline Taurua announcing the players for her December training next week.
Terrific take there from Williams, just got in and underneath.
Centre contact.
Harwood's coming on into that goal attack position.
Bonus obstruction, goal defence.
Aiken was thinking about the two, decides to give Harwood a crack, and that's why.
Well, Tristina Harwood is another long bomb specialist. Worthwhile pointing out that Shanice Beckford limped off then. I don't know that that was a regulation change. Keep an eye on her.
Well, I remember Harwood back in Auckland days. She was a star of the Fast 5. She wants to be that star again. Patient build-up here from Jamaica. Here she goes again. Oh, look at this for three. Fitzpatrick. She's been a real soldier for New Zealand. Played all but about 3 minutes of their 3 games so far.
Sterling.
Gimme for Sterling.
Anything cross-court, she will pick up. Good transition play here from Jamaica. Streaming down the court and the presence of mind to slow things up, reset, and find Romelda Aiken.
Oh, right over the top. She said, well, I'll take it. I'll take it. Leave it to me.
Well, if you watch Romelda Aiken in Subcorp Super Netball, she's ranked #1. Here's Sterling here. Aiken's ranked #1 for rebounds. And I think she wants to be ranked #1 in this competition as well.
Ignacio now. Oh, there she goes, Sterling. Wow.
That's her 9th block of the tournament. Some goalkeepers don't get 9 blocks in their careers, Jen. She's done 9 in, what, a day and a bit? She's phenomenally good on that shot.
Evangeline Williams getting a hand in the way. Look at this. Just watch. And a bit of a spin as well. 5-2, just over 2 minutes remaining. Ooh. Not that time for Ignacio.
Look good. Ignacio has such a beautiful high shot, doesn't she?
She does. And she did very nicely 12 months ago here. Weeks after having a baby. No babies this year, but she is back. She's another one who'll be wanting to cement a place in that Silver Fern squad. Into the game comes Aaliyah Dunn. She had a good first day yesterday, the young shooter. Oh, not that time. She took a good long look at it, Romelda Aiken. Here's the 19-year-old. Kirsten now at centre. Trying to ignite something from the New Zealanders. Karen Berger also at goal defence. Easy pick-up for Dunn.
She's such an efficient mover, isn't she, Amelia? And Ignacio doesn't do too much, doesn't get on the long run. just uses the footwork in a short area and the space just opens up for her.
And she's one of those players who looks quite elegant out on court. She glides around.
Contact on the fence. 2.
Howard for 2.
Oh, beautiful lean from Fitzpatrick. Makes no difference, though.
Likes that.
A little look of satisfaction on the face of Christina Harwood. Oh, that was never going to reach there.
Contact, shoot off.
So few errors from the Fast 5 Ferns in this first quarter. The final 30 seconds. Steadies. Not that time for Aiken.
I think someone's going to tell Romelda, all right, you can go back to standing under the post now where you do your best work.
Boy, that was a wild hurl from Ekanasio. So a bit of a raggedy first quarter, but it is Jamaica leading the Kiwis 7-4. Particularly if New Zealand want to go through. Soonest at centre.
Jamaica dominating time in possession in that first quarter, 57% to 43 for New Zealand. And not only have they had plenty of possession, they've made the most of it.
Faulkner for 2. Yes, I thought it might have been. It was almost as though the umpire wasn't quite sure whether or not she'd blow it.
It's interesting watching these long shots. The defenders have figured out just to get up and over the shot because the angle is so different. Brilliant fight there from Faulkner.
Soonest. Holly Fowler. She's been good so far in this tournament.
New Zealand.
So New Zealand sitting on 4 points, and they've got 4 shooters. They all scored 1 goal in that first quarter. So they're sharing it around.
Oh, that's what we like to do.
Yeah, very Kiwi.
Oh, look at this from Stone. Brilliant. Good core strength.
Well, you are able to do that. You can put the ball down in an offside area just to get your balance.
We saw poor Claire Kirsten, I think, in the Australian game last night in a similar position, but she sort of deflated, really. Couldn't quite hang on to it.
Good way to describe it. I thought she was going to split in half.
So no change in this score. Gee, we've had, what, 2.5 minutes in the second quarter. Here's the chase from Soonest. She's quick, Whitney Soonest.
This entire New Zealand mid-court is so quick, Jen. I'm really impressed at what they're able to produce sitting just underneath the Silver Ferns. It's a good look for New Zealand netball, isn't it?
It is. And as I mentioned, the challenge for New Zealand netball is just to sort out which one is the one who fits. Or perhaps we might need a couple of them. So this is a very low-scoring quarter.
So this is really quite interesting. Shanice Beckford left the court in the first quarter. She hasn't come back on. And there's a number of changes being made. I can't even see Shanice Beckford on the bench. There she is.
Well, there's the picture.
Just behind.
Well, the New Zealand shooting has gone cold. 1-all in this second quarter.
So it's Khadijah Williams who has come into goal attack. We have not seen her play there for Jamaica in this tournament. We're used to seeing her in the mid-court. Huge blow for Jamaica if there's an issue with Shanice Beckford.
Oh, lucky she got the call, Claire Kirsten, to turn around.
Yeah, Dean Thomas ran hard at that, didn't she?
Done for 2.
Oh, contact against Ekanasio. She's trying to get into good rebounding position.
Well, Beckford might not be on the court, but she's certainly having plenty to say from the sideline. Number of contacts there for New Zealand. Better tidy up. Oh, twirl from Aiken. Oh, an illegal twirl as it turned out. Well, neither team really. Oh, and there's a massive bomb out the back from Berger.
Berger bomb sounds like something you buy at a fast food joint, but Berger makes up for it.
That's a Berger blitz. Now, I think Kath Cox might have a little update for us. Kath, what have you got?
Well, I just went over and had a little sneak peek at the Jamaican beach, and Shanice Beckford is sitting on the ground. Did have a shoe off and an ice pack on her ankle, but she's also got one on the same leg on the knee. So I don't know if she's taken a big tumble and whacked a leg in some way, shape or form. Could be cramp. She's up and at it at the moment and hobbling over to sit on the bench, so we'll keep an eye on it.
Well, let's hope for Jamaica's sake it's not too bad, and they're perhaps, you know, just sort of protecting her really for now. Oh, in and out. Oh, Dunn does well. And finishes it off.
Super steady presence there from Dunn under the post. She's a great rebounder for this New Zealand team. And again, that provides so much confidence for your goal attack.
And here is the mighty Kimi Orapoi. I think she's been the pick of the New Zealanders so far in this tournament.
She is super exciting. She's actually been one of the best players in the tournament for mine. She's so fast, but her pass selection has been spot on. Hasn't been tempted to throw some speculators.
Few people liken her to the great Timmy Pata Bailey.
It's hard not to, isn't it? Physically looks a little bit like her. Don't know how cheeky she is.
Oh, here's the chase, but no good, so no return on that occasion for Ignacio. 9-8. Jamaica lead. And New Zealand will take their Deakin power play in the next quarter. Incredibly low-scoring quarter, 4-2. Hang on, Harwood might change that. So time here for the Kiwis to add one or two more.
10 seconds.
And that's what some of the players have been good at and some of them haven't been. Awareness of time.
And managing that time.
So, very close here in this big game between New Zealand and Jamaica. It is Jamaica at halftime leading the Kiwis 9-8.
If you're going to volunteer, you might as well volunteer here at the Fast 5.
Here we go. It is power play New Zealand. And this is where the Kiwis need to really up the ante with the scoring. They've been a little bit sluggish in this first half. So not falling on that occasion for Mez. She's had a pretty good time here in Melbourne so far, Bailey Mez.
Well, she currently leads the tournament for power play points, sitting at 30, ahead of Kira Austin from Australia. So Bailey Mez, one of the most experienced players out there at full international, but also in this form of the game. And if you watch her in this quarter, she will be the general out there for New Zealand.
Soonest at centre. And here is the apprentice, Aaliyah Dunn.
Oh, what a rebound, but no one there for Bailey Mez. Interesting to see the way that New Zealand have started off this power play. We've seen earlier today a couple of teams be very conservative, just go from the 1-point zone, but the double points make it 2 and do that more often rather than taking the risk for the long bomb.
There's Beckford back on court. We saw her leave the court with an injury. Fitzpatrick lets it go out the back. Here we go. Still no points in this third quarter. Oh, forgive me, 1 for Jamaica. Good to see Holly Fowler in this Fast 5 arena. So there's a 2 for New Zealand.
It's been a low-scoring game, hasn't it?
It has.
Jamaica won the first quarter 7-4. New Zealand won the second quarter 4-2.
Yeah, Holly Fowler a few years ago, destined for big things, then got an ACL, which just set her back. She's clambering her way back through the ranks. Oh, that's a good one from Bailey Mez. 2 for 4. Of course, South Africa will be taking their Deakin power play in the fourth quarter.
Oh, Romelda Aitken just reached over, kept the ball in play. And New Zealand can't believe that they didn't get the throw in.
Contact centre. In the three.
Just watch Shanice Beckford on the shot. She's so slightly built that she's got to throw her whole body weight behind the ball. And it's effective.
Well, it's incredibly accurate, isn't it? She got the first three-pointer of the tournament, and she's just carried on from there. Almost a little bit of a bobble ball there. Faulkner, Berger, Echinaccio waiting to come on. Well, she's fired that down court. Who's going to win the chase? Jamaica.
Yeah, the footwork call there against Williams. She ran hard and was almost going too fast for her own good. Couldn't put the brakes on.
Oh, and that was a good take from Mez. But you're right, Liz, they're not wanting to take that safe one or two shot. They want the bigger points.
Yeah, and sometimes you think the bigger points, they're a bit sugary, you know? They're just an easy hit.
And that is an easy hit for Bailey Mez. She won't miss those. So that's another two. 2 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Power play quarter for New Zealand.
Whereas the one-point shot is just like eating your vegetables. You got to do it, but it's good for you.
Yes.
Hope my kids are listening.
Karen Berger back on at goal defence. Harwood also now back on court. Romelda steadies, turns. Not that time. Don't know that Berger was expecting that.
She's fast, isn't she, Berger?
She's an exciting player.
She's a bit like a wrecking ball, though. She's going to come through the middle and come at you no matter what you're doing. So it's almost like the opposition has to just get out of the way.
Yeah, she's a good story. Of course, she's South African. Wanted to further her netball, felt that she'd do better in New Zealand, and has really done her apprenticeship. She's been there a few years.
Oh, not a lot in that. Yep, there's Karen Berger, prepared to take out the opposition and the umpire. That is commitment.
And the hoardings.
No advertising is safe.
1 minute remaining. Well, New Zealand, I think they would have liked to have scored a few more points in this power play than they have.
Yeah, they've hit the front for the first time in the game in this quarter, but they will be disappointed. They've only scored 8 points so far. Jamaica have been smart, being told to use it now. They've got to go long.
Harwood, she'll have a crack, surely. Well, that's eaten up about 30 seconds of this quarter, so that's good play by Jamaica. Sooner scuttles through the midcourt. Faulkner steadies.
There's a good effort over the shot from Ward. Double jump.
And you'd have to think at this time in the game, Jamaica will fancy their chances of running this lead down, because there is the end of the third. New Zealand leading Jamaica 16-11. New Zealand had it in the quarter just gone, only scored 8 points. So this will be tough for New Zealand. Particularly with Shamira Sterling around.
Now, we talk about her ability in the air, but she's got this great ability just to pick off ball that's cross-court, flat and hard. She reads it. She does well to get to it.
And with Romelda Aiken under the hoop, you should be able to just chip away and add the 2 points.
Yep, there's Sterling. Read it beautifully, got the hands to it.
So New Zealand may well have to be brave here.
Well, they've got to be smart and brave, don't they? They've got to be able to wind down the clock without the umpire pulling possession off them.
They got into a bit of trouble with that yesterday. Oh, lovely. Good hands. Vangelie Williams. That's a very stern looking Arved Anderson. Change of heart from Bailey Mez. Waiting for
Release
the big Sterling jump to go through. 4 goals in it.
Varney's front on attack.
So all the pressure now on Jamaica to make up this 4-point difference.
Guide them charging all the time.
Here's their go-to girl, Beckford. And you wonder if this might
so
see
much on that.
too much.
I reckon Jamaica have got themselves in a little bit of trouble a couple of times here. Just their pass placement. They've dropped the ball short to Aiken. Aiken not quite certain on that cross-court pass. Those sort of little errors can be costly in the context of this sort of game.
New Zealand happy just to add the ones. In their earlier games yesterday, they almost always seemed to sort of start slowly, but they built into the game. Oh, through comes Mears.
Oh, unlucky Bailey Mears. She ran onto that beautifully.
Angela Williams. Here she is. Here's Beckford. Oh.
Nelson's on it, goal shooter. She hasn't had a huge amount of time on court. It's been Aiken who's been the go-to girl, but Shimona Nelson, can she make the difference?
Oh, and that's a good win for Jamaica. Here's Nelson. Adds the 2.
And that's all they have to do. Put the pressure back on New Zealand to take the risk and go long. New Zealand can't afford to let this just become a 1-point shootout because Jamaica have the power play.
Oh, that was, yes, exactly.
I reckon the help balls have been quick at this tournament, but consistently so. The players know.
That certainly felt like 3 to me.
Well, everything else is...
Actually, the umpire took about 3 seconds to call it. Oh, that's unkind. This is what's coming next. You can see the Australians and South Africans warming up. This will be a goodie, I think. South Africa have impressed me at this tournament, and has had the Aussies.
Oh, Beckford, that's what she's here for.
And suddenly, Jamaica back in front.
Well, Beckford doesn't look comfortable, but I think she can only have one leg in the Jamaicans to put her out there. She's so good.
Varney's a traction goalkeeper. Varney's contact on attack and offside.
Lilia Dunn, incredibly accurate, shoots in the 90s.
Now it's an arm wrestle, and this is where the defensive line of New Zealand becomes important. They've got to win back ball.
I do have a vague memory of one year New Zealand keeping Australia without score in their power play.
Oh, I've forgotten that, Jen, I'm sorry.
I don't blame you, I would have forgotten it too.
That was a final.
Right obstruction.
Oh, nearly a beautiful take. Nelson just gets pushed off her mark a little bit easier than Romelda Aiken, so I suspect we'll see a little bit more of Aiken in this quarter.
Soonest at speed. Yes, now what option will New Zealand take? They'll want to take as long as they can.
New Zealand.
Well, that'll suit them.
Traction goal defense, 2.
1.5 minutes left in this game. That's a help for New Zealand, it's 2.
Beautiful shot. Now the pressure is back on the Sunshine Girls.
Varney's offside goal attack.
Oh, the crowd.
And you can see what the pressure of this power play quarter does.
Traction goal attack. In the centre, 3rd.
And this is really important for Jamaica. They've lost 1 game. They won't want to lose another. And look at this. Oh, going for the 2, that's sensible.
Aiken back on. She's the go-to girl in that position.
All tied up.
So really New Zealand need to keep going for the 2-point shot. They hit a 1-point shot. The ball goes back to Jamaica and it's danger time.
Defense contact, 2. Out time. Goal defense, fix your bet, please.
Angela Williams just gets herself sorted. Time is held.
Oh, New Zealand have let Jamaica in here, just taking the 1 point.
Well, they're backing their defenders. Look, you can see the tension on the New Zealand bench.
Oh, not enough on it. It's a long bomb for Aiken.
Oh, she'll get another crack at it.
She'll give the ball to Beckford. That's a smart thing to do.
Here we go. And that is smart. Just the little length. Now, New Zealand, they have to be quick.
10 seconds is plenty of time, though.
Contact, goalkeeper.
Oh, the big moment.
2. Contact.
Oh, taken.
Jamaica. Oh, but wait. But wait, there's more.
Goal defense contacting 1.
What a moment.
1.
She can't believe it, Vangeline Williams.
Goal defense.
She's a warrior and
Goal
we
defense
cannot
in
believe
1.
it.
The umpire is bringing it in. Not this time, Jamaica go wild. And another 1-point game. How good is this Fast 5? 23-22. Jamaica take